Our life is made up of our choices. The point where you are right now in your life, it shows clearly the kind of decisions you have been making in your life. And if there's anything that will help you make better decisions, it is your core values, right? So one important reason for you to have a core value is because it helps your decision-making process. Hello, Unfiltered community. Welcome to yet another episode of Unfiltered with Love by Bajide. And you know already that it's always a pleasure to have these unfiltered, real, raw, amazing conversations with you guys. And today's own is not going to be any different. It's going to be special though, but not far from what we stand for in this house, which is values, questioning the norms, challenging mindsets, changing narratives. So today I want us to talk about something very important. I want us to have this laid back, insightful conversation, and it's about core values. What did I say? Core values. Now, the reason why I want us to talk about this is because many times we use the word value. What are your values? We use it a lot on this podcast. But I discovered that many people may not really understand in full form what values are or what core values are. And that's why I want to take out some time today to share with us, and we can have this conversation so that we know what we are driving at, what we're pursuing, even as we try to build each other. Don't forget that the reason why we started this podcast is so that we all can become better persons, so that we can have different perspectives to life and know how we can forge ahead from whatever point we're in. So sit back, get a note, a jotter or a journal, anything, and a pen, so that you can take note of the things that we're going to be working on, because we have an assignment together after this episode. Let's keep it simple. Core values are basically things that matter to you, things that you hold in high esteem, things that you cherish so much. Okay, those are your core values. They are principles that actually guide your life. So think of it as Google Map, for example. If you are going to a place and you have never been there before, but you have a Google Map, okay, what happens? It's going to bring direction. With Google Map, you will have direction, and it's easier to, get to where you're going to. That's how principles are. That's how your core values are. They are things that you hold dear to you. They are things that they are so amazing. You cherish them. Okay, you hold them in high value and existence. And I would like to say that I think everybody should have core values. Everybody. Especially if you are looking forward to building a life that is exceptional. If you are looking to have a life that truly impacts others, it's impossible for you to have such a life if you don't have core values. In other words, if you don't have things that you hold dear, very dear to yourself, to your heart. These core values actually help you in your decisions. They help you in your career, in your relationships. In fact, there's nobody that shouldn't have core values, because how do you make the right decisions without a core value? And that's why today I want to take out time. I want us to spend time, to check it and navigate. In this particular episode, I will show you how you can discover your core values, write it down, and begin to use them even in your daily lives, in your decision-making processes. So I know you're already asking, why do core values matter? Why do I even need to have core values? Like I said the other time, they help you to make better decisions. Our life is made up of our choices. The point where you are right now in your life is a sign, or it shows clearly the kind of decisions you have been making in your life. And if there's anything that will help you make better decisions, it is your core values, right? So one important reason for you to have a core value is because it helps your decision-making process. Core values matter because they define who you are. What do people know you for? Who are you? What do you stand for? It is impossible for you to know what you stand for if you don't have core values. You see people who are all over the place. They just want to do everything. They are just everywhere. They are doing this today, they are there. They are doing that today, they are there. You can just tell that they don't stand for anything. And when you don't stand for anything, you can fall for anything. You will not be able to tell what is good or bad. You'll not be able to tell what you want to get yourself involved in or not. Okay? Your core values, on the other hand, they help you to know who you are, what you stand for. And lastly, they matter. Core values matter because they shape your relationships. Oh my. I think on this podcast, if there's one thing we talk about is your relationship, the people you associate yourself with. The reason why you will not associate with some people is because of your core values, okay? The reason why you may not want to be known with some people is because of what you stand for. For me personally, the reason why I'm so picky with the kind of people I relate with is because of my core values, okay? If you don't have the right core values, if there's a certain way you live your life and I don't want to live that way, my core values will help me decide whether I want to have anything to do with you or not. All right. So your core values truly matter because of these things. I just mentioned 3, but there are many more reasons why your core values matter. Now, sit down properly. Let's get into the point where you get to understand examples of core values. Now, let's talk about some examples of core values that people hold, right? And the first on my list right now, I have a list. And the first on my list right now is integrity. Oh my God. This one means doing the right thing when nobody's watching you. When nobody's watching you. You see, this is a core value that I feel like everybody should have. And if you have been following us on this podcast, you know that about 2 to 3 episodes ago, we talked about integrity, right? Integrity is doing the right thing, whether somebody is watching you or not. Integrity is doing the right thing, whether somebody is willing to reward you for it or not, okay? And this one core value that I feel everybody should hold, whether you are doing business or you're just living life or you are relating with people, integrity should be a core value that you hold. My second core value here is faith, trusting God. I think for me, this is a value that I built my life around. Okay, so if you look at me or if you hear the name Love Babajide, what comes to your mind? What I want to come to your mind is a girl that loves the Lord and that is passionately pursuing purpose and impacting other people's lives. That's one thing. So my faith is at the center of everything I'm building. Okay, that's a core value. Your faith is a core value. Because for me personally, I don't want to build a life outside God. I don't want it. I don't want to build a life where I'm not working in God's purpose for my life. No, that's not the kind of life I want to live. And so one of the core values that I hold there, an example for you, is faith. Another example of core value is love. Yes, my name. Love, treating people with kindness, showing people love and respect. And I think that this core value, if everybody has it, the world is going to be a better place. Very quickly, because the list is very long. The list is actually very long. I have about 7 here, but there are more. Okay, another example of core value is excellence. Excellence, giving your best in all that you do. All right. This core value is something I also feel like everybody should have. Next up is family. Prioritizing relationship with your loved ones. My God, I cannot overemphasize this. For me personally, one of my core values is family. I love my family so much, and that's why there are things I don't do because I respect my family. Also, there's a way you will not talk about my family in my presence because I prioritize my family so much. I love them, right? I love them. If anything happens now, I'm going back to them, okay? These are like my people that will stand with me through thick or thin, okay? For me, family is also a core value. Next up on my list is discipline. Discipline. Staying committed even when things are hard. You see this one, eh? There's no way you want a life that reflects purpose and impact that you are not going to be disciplined. Right? There's no way you're going to have that life if you're not disciplined. So discipline is a core value that we all should have. And last one on my list is honesty. It means being truthful no matter what happens. Being truthful. This one is missing in our society today, right? Many people are not honest. We have dishonest people everywhere, right? But honesty should be a value that we hold there if we want to build a life of impact. So I want you to pause, take a moment to pause and think about it. What are your own core values? From the examples I've given you in this episode, what are your core values? In fact, I want you to write them down. What are the things that you hold dear? All right. What are the things that you hold dear? Write them down, pause, reflect, have deep thoughts about it. Because don't forget, we already mentioned that these core values actually shape your life and shape your decisions. So now let me help you identify your core values. How do you identify your core values? In case you are watching me and you have still not been able to identify it, that's why we are even making this video in the first place. Now, the first thing you want to do is think about your past decisions. The things you have done in the past, think about it. What influenced the way you did those things? Or what influenced that decision that you made? If you can tell what influenced it, I want you to write it down. Just think about a scenario in your life, what you have done in time past, how you have treated people, what influenced it, right? And write it down. That's one way to identify your core values. Another way you can identify your core values is to examine the people that you admire so much. The people that you admire, look at their lives. What are the things that you truly admire about them? What are the things about them that resonates with you, that inspires you? If you can identify those things, write them down too. They are a pointer to what your core values are. I'll give you an example of myself. You see, there are people I follow on social media that the reason why I follow them on social media is because they respect people. It's because they are very truthful, okay? They are not doing something else behind the scene and then coming out here to tell you that, you have to be this way, this is how we do it. No, there are people that are true to their word. There are people that I'm submitted to, my mentors. One of the reasons why I submit to them is because I've seen some values in their lives that resonates with me. I want to be like this, but I want to be around these people. So think about it. The people that you admire the most, what are the things that you love about them? Write those things down. They are a pointer to your own core values too. Number 3 is look at the things that upset you. Yes. When you look at those things that upset you, they help you to identify your core values. For example, if you are always upset with dishonesty, chances are that honesty is your core value. All right. I'll give you an example using myself again. If there's anything that annoys me, is when I see immorality. Oh my God. When I see immorality, when I see indecency, my God, it infuriates me. I just feel like, what's this person doing? I just feel irritated. Now, that's a pointer that one of my value system is modesty, decency, morality itself, doing the right thing, living right. Anytime I see somebody on social media and your breast is about to fall off, my chest is paining me because I'm like, why is this beautiful person acting this way, right? Because one of my core values is decency, modesty, okay? So look at your own self too. What are things that infuriate you? Is it that you don't like people being late? I don't like people being late. If I tell you, or you say, let's meet at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m., go and ask everybody in my house. I'm rushing to ensure that I meet up with that time. So if I give you a time or we have fixed a time and you are not there at that time, I'm pissed. I'm like, why is this person not here at this time? But because I hold time management or punctuality, I hold it very dear to my heart. So think about it. We are trying to identify your core values. Think about it. What are things that upsets you, things that infuriates you? Now, the opposite of that thing is your core value. At the end of the day, knowing your core values makes your life easier. It helps you to know who you want to do business with and who you don't want to move with. It helps you to know what decisions you want to take, because eventually our life is a summation of the decisions and our choices. Our decisions and choices. Okay, so I really hope that this video has helped you to understand what core values are and also help you to identify your own core values. Your own core values. By the time you are done writing the things down, as I have said and encourage you to do, you will see that you will get to a point where you understand what your core values are, and that can help you to continue to navigate your life decisions. So let's do it this way. You're going to tell me in the comment section what your own core values are based on what you've heard me say today and how I've helped you navigate today. Tell me what your core values are in the comment section. I really do hope that there's somebody who has same core values as me. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of Unfiltered with Love Babajide today. If you are yet to like it, please like this video. Share it. Okay? Share it. Let's spread this good news. And of course, drop a comment in the comment section. And until I come your way again with another beautiful value-filled video, please stay intentional,